Okay, we have made it finally, my darlings, to step 7, where we can revise and edit our commentary responses to make sure that we're checking for clarity, grammar, punctuation, and argumentative language. And then you are ready to submit. Insert smiley face. Okay. On our pre-activity, remember, every step that I've shown you in these detailed videos, you repeat for all 4 of the thematic terms and, better yet, lenses, okay? This may look a little bit different if you didn't watch that extended video for step 6, because this paragraph is what we created there. It hasn't been edited yet, but that video goes through a detailed, like, real-time explanation of how I created that commentary and integrated embedded quotes, paraphrased, summarized, all that jazz. Okay. First thing that you're going to do when it comes to the final step in your process after you've written your commentary for the revising and editing is you want to, if you have marked it, if you have changed your colors, if you still have things yellow, let's go ahead and highlight it all. Okay. You're going to go up here to the A, make all of your font black, go up here to the highlight and hit none. And you should be looking at something like this. It's a little more friendly to the eyes, not maybe as distracting. If the color coding stuff doesn't work for you guys, please don't feel like you have to do it, okay? Because it's still going to come back to this. That's just an organizational method that I like to use for myself, and I've found others like to use too. All right, so let's just look through the things that it says that you should do before you hit that submit button. I've given you some examples, and here's what the 3 things that I would like you to make sure you're definitely checking for. Are you stating everything clearly and with arguable language, okay? So I gave you the example of the main claim here. It says, using the theme of gender inequality is the best method of analysis for understanding Lorraine Hansberry's A Raisin in the Sun, because the dynamics of gender are motivators for the actions of the members of the younger family. Is it clear? Here I've highlighted where that clear argument is. Gender inequality is the best method of analysis. Here, is it arguable? I've shown you that by using that because, yeah, we're immediately getting into things we can argue. We can argue logic and rational thought process that leads somebody to an argument. So by putting that because in, I've started to make this whole main claim an arguable assertion. This is my because. This is my logic right here. This is the thing that somebody could come back and clap back and give me counter arguments again. So yes, the statement is clear, the main claim is clear, and it is arguable. Make sure you're checking for basic grammar and punctuation things. So I've given you an example here of a sentence that hasn't been checked for grammar, basic grammar, punctuation. Let's look at the things that need to be fixed. Here's the unfixed version, right? We notice A Raisin in the Sun is italicized. You do that by highlighting it and hitting Command I. It's italicized because in MLA, the titles of big things, plays, movies, stuff like that, it goes in italics. We see here that I fixed the American Dream. My darling, so often I see us not capitalize that word. It's a proper noun. It's the name of the country, so you want to make sure that you are capitalizing it. Also, affect versus effect. That's something to check. Here, it's not being used properly. It's being used as a verb here, but actually it should be effect. It should be used as a noun because it's the result of something. So here's a reminder. Affects are often most used as verbs. If you find yourself doing that, but you meant to use it as a person, place, or thing, then you need to change it to effect, okay? You're trying to actually use it as a noun. Another grammar reminder, fanboys, run-on sentences. This whole thing here is a giant run-on sentences. So fanboys are marked there. That's my for and, or my for and, nor, but, or, yet, so. We see that I have a comma, but, because everything before that is a complete sentence. I'm combining it with this next complete sentence, so I put a comma and the coordinating conjunction, but. Also, comma reminders, if-then statements. So if you're starting, if somebody does this, comma, then this is what's going to happen. Don't forget those commas there too, my darling. My darlings, I see that quite a bit, or I've seen it quite a bit in your writings thus far. The next thing is make sure that you're checking for the basic and MLA style stuff. So, and style stuff, better yet. Here is an example of a quote. Let's just break it down. You want to make sure that you take out any unnecessary these and that's or extra language. Often think of those as like helping verbs. So here's the unedited sentence. He lashes out at her because he thinks that she is defying gender norms of the time and suggests that she should go be a nurse like other women or just get married and be quiet instead. Whew, that was even hard to read out loud. Here it is edited for the extra language and the extra these and that's. Also, Walter lashes out at Benita because she is defying gender norms of 1950s American culture and suggests she go be a nurse like other women or just get married and be quiet instead. That also connects to being specific and naming the characters, eras, cultures, whatever it is that you are trying to refer to. We see I did that by saying Walter's name and Benita's name and talking about why it's so strange that a woman would want to be a doctor. Well, because it's 1950s America. It helps to make your argument better. It's stronger that way, my darlings. That's the full stop of it. Make sure you're getting rid of extra punctuation. I saw a lot that we were not getting rid of the punctuation before the end of a quote, and we were leaving it there and then also putting it at the end of our parenthetical citation or not putting it at all. This is how it needs to be, my darlings, okay? If you have questions about any of this stuff, feel free to reach out to me or show up to one of those open Zooms.